You're listening to a Canadian Movie Crew production.
You cannot give up on me.
Now it's a party.
Oh, that might be a problem.
I know it's pretty colorful, but that's just so everyone knows we're good.
We haven't been formally introduced.
Call me anytime, call me.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Film Studies. I'm Derek, and you can track me on the Derek Tracker.
Oh, and I mean Mark, and I'm losing control of the other guy.
Today, we're going to be taking a look, our main event's going to take a look at Spider-Man Brand New Day in sort of probably a truncated fashion, but we have a lot to get to. We have a lot to catch up on.
That's right. I'm calling this our super summer extravaganza because we're taking a look at superheroes, both very old and new, as well as some supernatural
For sure.
type films. And we've got a bunch of them to go through. We got caught up. I'm on summer vacation, so
Yep.
Here we go.
Yep. First things first, we have to, if you're listening to this around the day that is being released, which should be in the first full week of August, check out Mean Mark on Deaf Dave's 1984 podcast, talking about, of course, his favorite subject, pottery.
Yes, the pottery scene in '84 was just wild, man. We're spinning left and right. It was just crazy.
I recycled that joke from my Facebook post. So.
We're ghosting all over the place, if you know what I'm saying. Like, the potheads will know what I'm talking about.
No, of course, you're talking Star Wars. The Star Wars debut on television happened in 1984.
Yeah, great chat with him about our fandoms and just, he's going over that whole year, and Star Wars being released on television for the first time was a part of it. So I was happy to sit down with him. We had a great chat. Just check it out.
Yep, he said in this post.
Check out any of his topics from that year. He's very thorough. If you want to know anything about anything from 1984, this is a great podcast. All kinds of topics.
You must have made an impression on him because he said, our journey through the best year ever takes us to a galaxy far, far away, and me and Mark from the Canadian Movie Crew is the guest you're looking for.
Yes. Woo-hoo. No Jedi mind tricks needed, I hope.
I'm sure there'll be many more Star Wars references to come. Now, let's just start with a TV show that I recently binged over the course of a couple of months and finished. Was a show called Succession. Came out just a couple of years ago.
Oh, yes.
Starring Brian Cox. He's the head of a multinational billion-dollar corporation. His family is waiting for him to die so they can take over. It's all who takes over when he does die.
Right on.
And yeah, it was pretty good. I don't know. Did you see the trailer for The Social Reckoning?
No, what's that?
Social Reckoning is I saw this before Spider-Man yesterday. It is the sequel to The Social Network.
Oh.
I know that because it has the same music.
Ah.
So, and the guy that plays Mark Zuckerberg in that movie plays one of the main characters in Succession. He's the oldest heir. He's the oldest son.
Oh, yeah.
This is one that got Kieran Culkin a lot of awards and adulation for his performance, which is very good.
Talk about a renaissance for that guy, eh?
Oh, yeah. Came a long way from being the kid who pees the bed in Home Alone.
No kidding.
Yes.
Oh, is Eisenberg back?
No. Like I said, the guy that from Succession is now an older version of Mark Zuckerberg. And I think he actually does a pretty good job, actually.
Oh, an actor named Jeremy Strong. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. He looks a lot like him. Yeah.
Yeah, he really, really does. So,
and I guess Eisenberg still looks like a child, so they're gonna
probably. So
yeah.
So that's a recommendation for me. If you have the time, check out Succession. It does get gets a little. There were times when I was like, I have no idea. I don't think I fully understand what's going on because they're talking a lot of corporate lingo,
Oh yeah.
but I understand enough to keep going. So, and it goes back and forth, back and forth. You never know what's coming up. So,
If we're talking series, I've got one. It's not quite done yet, but I'm having a really good time with it. And related to Marvel, X-Men 97 season 2 is well underway with 8 episodes out. I just watched the 8th episode today, and I it's so much fun. They call it that, of course, because it goes back to that same animation style that we had in these cartoon
yep.
series in the 90s, ending in 1997, and it's kind of a continuation of those, and it gets real, yo. Like it's like stuff happens, characters are dying. It's crazy. So I don't know how many seasons they got planned, but holy smokes, the tension's been ramped up. I guess they realize that their audience has grown up. So it's an interesting combination of giving that same animation style. And it's still kid friendly, but there are like characters dying.
Adult concepts.
Yeah, death and broken hearts and social commentary like X-Men's always done, about racism and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
it's
What?
pretty
The
interesting.
X-Men is an allegory? What?
Yeah. It's not been doing that since it came out. No. Anyway, so so just having a good time with that and looking forward to see what else they got. I don't know how many seasons, but we'll see where it goes.
Okay. Switching over to movies, the one thing I wanted to talk about is something I know you've seen, Mark, and that's the Violent Night 2 trailer,
Yeah.
which I saw this morning. It looks rather interesting. If you haven't seen Violent Night from a couple of years ago, go back and watch it. It's a lot of fun.
Actually,
it's violent.
it is very violent.
They
Yeah.
don't bury the lead in the title of the movie, so
They don't need a warning before like some
Nope.
other movies do. Oh, by the way, for the record, I have not seen the trailer. I saw Violent Night 2. Give me the date. When and where, take my money.
Okay.
And
I saw the trailer.
the one thing I do know is who they've cast as Mrs. Claus.
Yes.
Kristen Bell, who I love. So
Yeah,
having
an appearance in the trailer.
having a Mrs. Claus show up, that's going to be fun. So I think that's going to.
You should watch the trailer.
I don't want to. I don't want to see.
No, I know, but
I just want to see the movie, man.
bad.
We're in August. It's a Christmas movie. I can wait. It's fine. I'm going to see it in front of something. Something else is going to come out with a trailer, and I'm going to see it. So
probably.
Yeah.
Just need another Sony movie. Let's get to some of the movies that we have taken a look at since the last time we did a show. One of them is Disclosure Day.
Yes.
Steven Spielberg, starring Emily Blunt and various others. Mark, let's just say this now. Spoiler for the rest of the show.
Yeah, we're
just going to do spoilers for the rest of the show. So we're going to bring up a movie. We're going to talk a whole bunch of movies. There you go. Spoilers. Correct. Mark, thoughts?
It was okay. I like. There's other movies like this, like First Contact with Alien. And I'm not talking about Star Trek First Contact, but there's one.
The Jodie Foster one.
No, there's one.
That's just Contact.
No, there's one after that. Denis Villeneuve did it. It was
Arrival.
No, that's Charlie Sheen. Is more recent than that.
Arrival, the one with Jeremy Renner and Amy Adams.
And sorry, I'm thinking of The Arrival with Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
No, but you got it right. Yes, the one you said, Arrival. I think that was. There was something about that one that was just a bit more of a spectacle, and so this one was good. It was okay. It got a little confusing, but
it gets weird.
Yeah,
it gets weird. The thing was with this movie is when I saw the trailer for it, the trailer led you to believe that there's aliens on Earth and there's proof of it, and they're going to disclose that to the world on Disclosure Day. And I was led to believe, at least from the trailer, that you're going to see how the world deals with this.
Yeah, to be honest, I thought that the hook of this movie was, okay, mild-mannered weather girl,
Yes.
'cause and it's weather girl, like, I'm not trying to be
Yeah,
condescending.
yeah.
Her character is set up as, like, whenever it hails, she does, like, a little
Booby
cute
dance. Yeah.
yeah, a little shimmy, a little shake on camera. I was like, "Okay, no, she's supposed to be the hot weather girl."
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's that
I mean, good casting. But
Oh, well, sure, they got it right, yeah, yeah, absolutely, but so mild-mannered news person, we'll put it that way,
yeah.
gets wrapped up in this whole thing about and then discloses the aliens. I expected the cloak and dagger. That's what I thought we were in for, was that, the government wants to hide it, someone else wants to tell the truth, and Emily Blunt gets wrapped up in it all. That's what I figured this movie
That's
was.
kind of what happens.
It is, but I didn't know that anyone was gonna get superpowers throughout the entire thing.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing is Disclosure Day, the actual Disclosure Act doesn't happen until the very end of the movie.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and we don't get any of the fallout, which I think would be, especially with Steven Spielberg directing, I think that would be more interesting.
That would be
Instead,
insane.
this is a race to stay safe until the time that it's appropriate to announce it to the world, which throughout the entire movie, I'm waiting for them to tell me exactly why we need to wait for it. If you have proof and you want to get it out there, get it out there.
And there's people that just
The
believe.
internet is a thing, you know?
Yeah, I don't
So,
know why it had to be this way.
yeah, I don't know either.
Like, the guy could have went to a laundromat, karate studio, internet cafe somewhere, anywhere in the world.
You know, at this point, go dated reference.
Yep, that's from an older, or is it? If you
See our boys and girls episode.
Yes, yes. But no, the point, like, I don't know why that didn't just go out there sooner.
I don't know why that they just couldn't just release it. Instead, they spend all this time one getting Emily Blunt and this other guy together, and then we find out that they have superpowers that are imbued onto them by aliens when they were both abducted by aliens back when they were 10 years old, 10 or 12 years old.
Yeah.
He can speak intergalactic universal language of mathematics. So he can speak the alien language. And she can
Her gift is empathy.
empathy, but she can also touch somebody and see their history.
Well, yeah, like
Right.
throughout the movie, she's crying a lot because she's empathizing with basically the worst events of everybody's life.
Yeah. Yeah. She's
People,
basically a
one's
trauma
passing
seeker.
away. She's a trauma counselor throughout the entire
Yeah.
thing. And giving out advice like haphazardly, like, no, go to her, bring her flowers, or
But she can also mind control people too near the end, because she
Yeah.
mind controls the floor manager and just basically, turn this on and put us on TV and whatever. And she can speak all these different languages. I mean, as far as the movie, it's a nicely made movie,
Of course, it's Spielberg,
But-
so you expect that. That's table stakes.
but I can see why it didn't do well at the box office. You know what I mean?
I think you hit the nail on the head with that one, in that I think a lot of people were expecting it to almost, like, by the end of the first act, the disclosure
Well,
would have happened.
Yeah.
And then we would spend then, of course, in the down of the second act, we would have seen the results, and then the third act being the resolution.
Yeah. It's kind of like
How
if you,
humanity deals with it, yeah.
it's kind of like calling it Infinity War, and then they don't actually start fighting until the end of the movie.
Yeah, if it was all jaw-jacking before, and then they throw
Yeah.
they throw the gloves down right at the and then roll credits, like, "Wait, whoa.
Yeah.
Thanos finally shows up, and then no one's doing anything about it until the next movie." Yeah.
Yeah, like Thanos doesn't show up at all
At all. No, yeah,
until
exactly.
the very end of the movie.
They all just talk about him. Yeah.
Okay.
No, I get it. And that's the thing. I think, oddly enough, they skipped the biggest like, the whole movie's about how humanity won't handle this well, because it'll break religions, and we have a character representing religious faith,
Oh, yes.
our Catholic nun.
Yeah.
Well, not so much of a nun as a
Former nun.
or former. I've lost the terminology for. She was like a nun in training.
Like a sister in training.
Something like that. Yeah, I don't think she had
A Sith.
fully. I don't think she had fully gotten to the habit. Let's put it that way. There we
Oh,
go. Well, okay, that's about as good a joke
where's
as anyone else tells in this movie. So
that's very true.
yeah,
Where's my sound effects? I don't have one of those.
it's okay. It's okay. But anyway, uh, I think you hit the nail on the head though. In that it's a race as to whether or not to do it.
No, I don't think they
So-
ever question that they're going that they should do it.
No, because you have Colin Firth's character who's adamantly trying to kill people to stop this from getting out.
I agree. Yes.
He believes that it should not be released. His whole company exists to keep this stuff hush hush.
Yeah, it's more of a race
um,
to whether or not it's going to happen, not whether or not we should. It's whether it's going to.
I mean, that debate is out there because Colin Firth does sit down with the characters and try and reason with them, like, no, you're doing the wrong thing. This should not be out here. You will tear humanity a new one.
Yeah.
Right. He does preach that to our protagonist, excuse me, throughout the movie. So there is a debate going on.
Yeah.
Our protagonists are determined to stay the course and get this out there. The antagonists don't want them to. So that debate rages on. And then it hits its inevitable conclusion. But I think this movie should have been called Disclosure Day. Like question mark? Like, are we going to do this? Or because our protagonist theoretically within the realm of the movie could have changed his mind and not gone through with any of it, returned all the materials and just run away. You know what I mean? He could have just left the backpack on a park bench and disappeared.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think that's why it's not doing it because people were thinking the way you were. I think that those.
Then, like the whole movie, like not only is it we got to get there, we got to be able to do it. Then there's this whole thing of should we do it? The former nun is like, well, if you reveal that aliens are real, it's going to topple religion. No, it's not. Why would it topple religion?
They actually give you the answer right there.
They do. Eventually, the Mother Superior comes down and says, well, if God made us, it's possible that God made other planets and therefore aliens. So
yeah, why would why would he make all of this only for us? We can't go anywhere near any of that other stuff. So you figure that it's basically he built a bunch of yards with really big fences in between.
Yeah. So it's like, okay,
in their own yard. Okay.
So okay, thanks for that plot line that goes pretty much nowhere.
No, I don't see. I disagree there because within the realm of the movie, it's asked and answered.
Sure,
and it
doesn't matter.
It would be a question on the table. It doesn't matter because we don't see the results of the Disclosure Day. We don't see that. We don't see the Pope saying, "Oh my gosh, this is all." You know what I mean? Like having a panic attack or something. Like or whatever would happen. Whatever Spielberg predicts would happen. We don't see
actually. We do see a little bit of it, and is this AI? We don't think so, Jim.
Yeah, that's the biggest concern. Yeah.
It's like, okay, well, that was easy. All right.
Yeah, so, I mean, questions are asked, which is kind of nice, because they're not giving us all the answers. They're giving us some. Yeah, they're like, okay, we get one Mother Superior's opinion on how this would go for the Catholics.
Okay, so the Christian belief does not topple. We don't know about Muslims. We don't know about Jews.
Anyone else?
Yeah, it's true. Hinduism.
Yep, they don't consult a rabbi or no one else.
So, fine, whatever. Just when they start having powers and they have that MacGuffin thing that they hold in their hand, and they can start controlling other people's bodies.
Some sort of alien artifact, yeah.
I'm like, you're not explaining how this works. You're not explaining where you got this. You're not explaining anything about it. Why there's 3 of them.
Well, let's put it this way. If I was doing this for Or Is It, I
considered holding this off for Or Is It.
I can see why, because spoiler alert, I would have called it the shitty X-Men or the X-Men from the shitty timeline. And like Colin Firth is a pissy Professor X, you know what I mean? Like he's bad. He's a bad professor. Like that one multiverse where like the professor's a piece of shit and he's just trying to suppress everybody's powers. I don't know, something like that. Yeah.
Just so weird. I'll never revisit this one. This is not going to. This would be like Super 8. I saw it. I don't need to see it again.
Yeah, I don't think I'd recommend it to
No,
generally.
I wouldn't
I
recommend
mean,
it.
unless you're an Emily Blunt completist, in which case go your dinger. But as they say,
I mean, yeah, you can watch it on mute. That helps. It's
ooh, maybe.
she, she's in it a lot. So
Yeah, yeah, and like the acting is fantastic. Of course, like Spielberg
yeah,
brings the best out of people.
and you get the dude from New Avengers, the new Captain America. There, her
Oh,
boyfriend is the
U.S. agent.
yeah, sure.
Yeah,
There you go.
yep, yeah, from the Thunderbolts movie.
Yeah, from Thunderbolts.
Yeah, so yeah, that's Wyatt Russell,
Yeah.
Kirk's son.
Oh, really?
Kurt Russell's boy. Yeah, yeah. Actually,
I remember him from Night Swim. So
quick side note: they play. There's an Apple series about Godzilla,
okay,
and it's about the that corporation that's dealing with it.
Monmouth or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And anyway, Kurt Russell, sorry, Wyatt Russell plays younger Kurt Russell in flashbacks. His own son is playing younger
Okay.
him. So there, because it's set like Kurt Russell's talking to somebody, this happened, that happened, and we cut to Wyatt Russell doing all the stuff. It's actually it's a great use. They do look at obviously a lot alike because they're father and son, and they're both good actors. So it really does make it almost seamless
Okay.
because you when you cut back, it's not like Army Hammer is playing my son or something like that. I don't know,
Right.
like it would it just would be weird. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
yeah. Actually, I think Army Hammer and I are the same age. Not like Tom Holland. There we go. It's not like Tom Holland
Man,
playing.
man, what happened to Army Hammer?
Yeah, what the hell happened to? Yeah, no, it'd be like Tom Holland playing my kid. It's not. It's not
Yeah.
gonna look right. But these two, anyway. I'd rather talk about that than this. So that
Yeah.
tells you what you need to know about obsession. I'm obsessing over that movie. All right.
Yeah.
About Disclosure Day. Final thoughts
Yeah.
and ratings.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, it's competently made. It's Steven Spielberg, but I think he's losing his touch. I'm going to go 4 alien abductions out of 10.
I'd give it 5 because of Senor Spielbergo. They didn't go with the Mexican union equivalent or whatever, to do a Simpsons joke.
Yeah.
No, well, it's still a Steven Spielberg movie, so it's definitely well done, and it's just interesting enough. But because of the ending, like we don't see anything. It's like, are they saving it for a sequel? If so, shame on you, Spielberg. You didn't think about that when you were doing E.T.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Back in the day, that wasn't on. You didn't think about that when you were doing Jaws. Like, come on, man. Like,
Yeah.
so yeah, if this is what we're getting, Disclosure Day 2, Electric Boogaloo, I don't know. Or
Yeah.
not. Or he's just gonna drop it. I'm like, great.
I think he's probably going to drop it. It didn't do that well. So
Yeah, yeah. This is one where if he does do the thing that we were thinking he was gonna do and does it well, he'll do it well because it's him. It could bring it back, you know what I mean? Like, this is where a good sequel could almost resurrect it. Because now it's just part 1 of 2. Like, you would want to watch them kind of back to back, right? If he's not done telling the story and he wants to devote a whole movie just to the fallout. Or maybe 3. Maybe there's like here's the horror,
maybe.
and then the third movie is the resolution. I don't know. Like, divide it into 3 acts across 3 movies. But that's the only thing I can think of that would save this.
I can't see time passing between movies keeping that same hype. You know what I mean?
It would.
I can't see still being interested 2 years from now to find out what happened after Disclosure Day.
It would. Well, it would have to be fantastic and get that basically that groundswell of like, no, dude,
Yeah,
like I know what you said about the first one, but no, dude, I saw the second
that's a
one.
hard sell. That'd be
That's
a hard sell.
It would have to be the right script.
Yeah,
That's it. It's got to be the right script. Spielberg can make it happen. That's easy, almost for him. He's got enough pull that he could just pay other people to make it happen his way. That's what he does now. You know what I mean? But it's just got to be the right script, and that's the real sticking point.
Yeah. Well, after that movie came out, they had sort of a big hit of the summer, an unforeseen hit of the summer, and that be Backrooms.
Mm-hmm. That and Obsession are being talked about widely because of that.
Yes. Finally saw it. Mark, what'd you think? Get used to hearing that, by the way.
It was good. It was good, especially for the budget they had, and I was surprised by our main character. I didn't realize he was in this
Which
movie.
one?
The gentleman,
Okay. I'm not going to pronounce his name because I'm going to. I have a
Chiwetel.
I have a crippling verbal disorder. It's called being white,
Right. Okay.
and there are certain names that I just shouldn't, out of respect.
Well, they call him Clark in the movie.
Okay, there you go.
Yep, yep. You may know him from Doctor Strange as Baron Mordo.
No.
The bill comes due. It always comes due. It was the guy who was teaching him how to fight at the Sanctum Sanctorum.
No.
Wore a lot of green. Marvel fans will recognize him as Baron Mordo. Anyway, Chiwetel Ejiofor. I hope
there you go.
I hope I didn't butcher that. Anyway, he's a fine actor.
He's been in something else. I know. I've seen.
He's been in a bunch of other things. I thought, like, wow, what a get for such a smaller movie.
Well, this is this came from YouTube. This is a series of YouTube videos basically funded into a movie.
Yeah, and so I think they had a get, and I don't think stunt casting. I think they just got a good named actor that really brought things, held this together. Like I know I've seen Mark Duplass, the guy, the lab coat guy with the family. I've seen him in TV mostly. He's done a couple of movies. But like I know him from a sitcom called The League about guys who obsess over fantasy football. That's where I know him for, and a couple of other projects. But he was, but I mean, he doesn't have the star power of our main protagonist here. So I'm just saying, for a YouTube production, that's a good get. We watched Obsession, and I didn't recognize anybody. You know what I mean? Like that was still the same type of groundswell, lower budget, came from YouTube movie that they didn't quite get this kind of casting. So props.
Yeah. This one, unfortunately, this one for me, this was a case of, I don't understand what the fuck's going on, and you're not answering any questions. And all you're doing is asking more questions. What I later found out after watching reviews of the movie is this is meant to be an allegory, or it's supposed to be something that you see whatever you want to see in it.
Yeah. Can I take a shot at it? I don't know if
go ahead.
Well, the big allegory that I see is it's a physical, supposed to be a physical representation of being forgotten.
There's that.
Things that are lost and forgotten, or people that are lost or forgotten, can end up stuck here.
Yes. There's also allegories of depression, also allegories of substance dependence, PTSD.
Yep.
I've seen a lot of things talked about from this movie. I did not know that going in. That was detrimental for me because I was waiting for the story to tell a fucking story.
So now, were you looking at it from the lens of like a horror movie?
Yes.
So you're looking for the big bad, who's making this happen? I
was looking for some kind, some kind of thriller aspect. So, okay, he stumbles into these rooms. They keep going on and on forever. There's various monsters in there. Do the monsters eventually hurt you? We find out later that he gets lost and stays in there, and then he's learned to live in the thing, and we find out how he's learned to live in the thing.
Yeah.
This has basically made himself a home, and he's able to communicate to these other creatures where they don't attack him. And then a psychiatrist comes in. She's got a fucking trauma backstory.
Of course.
And I was like, okay, I want to know where this is going. I need to know where this is going. Are we heading towards a resolution? Is there a big bad? Is this... I didn't realize it was all allegory and metaphor.
Yeah.
So that I was frustrated by this movie because maybe I was expecting something different.
Yep. Yeah, I
But
didn't know what to expect, but I wasn't expecting just a mental health movie,
yeah,
which, like you said, asks more questions than provides answers.
yeah,
Because one of our main characters, spoiler alert, gets just stuck.
yeah.
Like, it ends on a real big down note. I'm like, well, I'm not watching this again. Feel good movie of the year.
How does it end?
She's stuck in there,
Oh yeah,
frozen.
she's stuck in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then like we get hints of that there's a shadow company watching,
Yep. That's
and
that
then
Mark Duplass guy's part of it.
we even get a character come in and start asking questions.
Yep.
And we see him on the outside with his family. And all of a sudden, and we don't know what they are. We don't know what that company is
They're-
doing. We don't know what purpose this is. We don't know where this comes from.
So, yeah, all we know is that they're studying it and haven't really learned much of use.
Yeah.
Like, they can't tell how it got here, what it is, what it's supposed to be, and or how to get rid of it, even. So no
Yeah.
one else gets stuck in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anytime you go into these rooms, your memories become things in it. So I guess it's a mind reading room that takes your trauma memories and creates physical representations of them and distorts them because they liken it to someone drawing a dog while being described what a dog looks like, even though they've never seen a dog.
Yeah.
Like you've never seen a dog before, someone is describing what a dog is to you and you're trying to draw it. It's obviously not going to look like a dog. It's going to look similar. It's going to have things
Yeah.
that are recognizable as a dog, but it's not going to look like exactly like a dog.
Yeah.
And you get that at the end of the movie, and that still doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And I was sitting there going, what's going on?
Well,
You know what I mean?
yeah, the sort of weird twisted versions of memories are supposed to be likened to when you remember something, you might like people don't always have 100% perfect recall,
Right.
right? Like that's why video is so much more important now in terms of testimony in court because
Yeah.
a human's recall can fail, but video doesn't. So
That's why witness testimony isn't held to the highest regard.
yeah, exactly. Because they always interpret it through a lens.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what we see. And then what I don't understand, among other things, is how the therapist ends up there stuck. And why? Why is she there?
That's the whole question for the whole movie. What's the point?
Yeah.
What are you saying with this movie? Like, what am I supposed to take away from this? Trauma is evil. Trauma keeps you if you allow your trauma to stay with you, it seems like you're stuck in the back. Fucking duh. I know that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? I may not realize it when I'm going through it, but duh.
I can
You know?
now ask Chat GPT about that, and it would tell me the same thing that this movie
Yeah.
spent $1 million trying to tell me.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm missing the point. I don't know, but I got very bored and I got very frustrated because there were tons of questions being asked and no answers.
So this to me actually really, because we've got a twofer here, we've got two YouTube concept movies or concepts that were made into movies.
Kind.
Well, Obsession was sort of that, right?
Obsession was from the mind of a YouTuber, but a story that he was keeping in the background. He hadn't released it.
Okay.
So
So here's what I'm seeing. This is one person's opinion through my lens. Is Obsession what makes it good? Beginning, middle, end, cause and effect, action, reaction. It's character driven.
relatability.
And relatability, and also it does have a message to tell you about obsession, the very topic that it's named
Yeah.
after. It's got clear protagonist. It's got an antagonist. It's got the monkey's paw story.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a careful what you wish for thing.
Exactly. But and then there's action and consequence, a beginning, a middle, and an end.
Yeah.
such as it is. And yes, it ends on a down note, but we perfectly understand why. Like
Yeah.
why that young person ends up just screaming their heads off for the entire credits rolling.
Yeah.
We get it. This one, it sounds like they had a good start. What if you went through a wall and there was a whole other thing, right? Such as they
Yeah.
designed it, the back rooms, the places you don't see, yada, yada, yada. It seems like they had a good start and they just didn't know how to finish. I think when it came time to write
Yeah.
the actual movie, I don't think they had a finish, but I don't think it was a good one. I think they needed another pass to try and somehow tighten this up. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like if they're banking on a sequel, I'm not going to go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Based on what I saw, I'm like, what's the lesson of the movie? Is that if you allow your trauma or depression or whatever to overwhelm you, you'll never escape. Okay.
And then
And
there's no
you know,
yeah.
like I maybe it's me, but I know that I've lived through it. I've been through it. And I guess my problem is in the air in 2026, we know so much about mental health and there's so many people talking about it.
Mhm.
This is like explaining it. Like, this is like preaching to the choir.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's
And
no
it's,
sorry.
well, just, and
There's
okay. You've stated the fact.
now what?
And
Yeah.
yeah,
This is
So-
and so this is where it comes to the crux of my point, I think. So you're absolutely right, because the difference again, obsession is about a bad choice. So
yes,
by the end of the movie, the resolution is he shouldn't have done that. And this is why. And this
Yeah.
is and this is the price that was paid for that choice. An
Yeah.
active choice a character makes.
Yeah.
Backrooms just seems to be people just bringing stuff that they can't do anything about now.
and refuse to do anything about it.
Well, they can't. Yeah, they bring in their past trauma, so we got to get flashbacks all over the place, and then figure out what's wrong with these people, and then what's the resolution? They get stuck in them. But
Yeah.
again, it's not the only active choice is to go through this wall. But who wouldn't want to go in there if it's freaky like that? If you walk through what you thought was a solid wall, that would be trippy.
But that's the thing, though. That's my problem with allegories is they have physically walked into this backrooms. Okay. They are physically there. I know it's a representation of their emotional state. I get that. But when you cross that line into physicality, especially in what is, I guess, generally accepted to be a horror movie,
Mm-hmm.
and you introduce that there are characters that can come and go and are observing as we go on throughout this movie, like the Mark Duplass character who is watching TV at home with his family and goes to work watching this shit.
Yep.
Now you've introduced, it's not all just metaphor. It actually is real. Like, it's physically real.
Yeah.
So now that you've, like, if there was no shadow company watching or anything like that, I would say, yes, this is just a mind fuck. This is a thriller and everything else. But as soon as you introduce that physicality, that real character from the real world, you now have to explain that.
Yeah, and I think it adds to the frustration in that we see partway through the movie that we have characters that maybe could give us some answers because they have been studying it.
Mm-hmm.
Like the book of knowledge should be around the corner. That's our term for
Yeah.
Well, yeah. We should get the book of knowledge at some point, or at least
the explanation.
something from here's what we know so far.
Yeah.
And we don't even get that. We get them asking our character. So if they didn't exist in this movie, like they literally could have saved a big chunk of their budget by not having those people. Because it's just our main characters, the Clark and Mary, just trying to figure this shit out.
Yeah.
And then this other characters come in, supposed to have the answers. Nope. Go back to figuring it out. They're still trying to figure it out.
Like, literally, Mary goes, What is this? Where do you go? Where do you come from? What are you learning about this? He goes, we'll get to that in a second. turn the page. Now, my question is to you. And I'm like, no, this is the end of the movie. This is the
Yeah.
third act reveal.
Mhm.
This is where, and it doesn't come.
Yep. This is where a big bad's supposed
then
to
they
show up.
take her away.
Yeah.
And where does she go?
So I think they lock her up, and that's why she ends up in the back rooms as forgotten, because they basically take her out of society. Now, anyone who remembers her, like her patients or anything like that,
Sure.
she's only a memory now to them.
Okay. And
That's it. That's all I got.
and now that you've made that, so what?
So yeah, great.
That's my frustrating thing.
I like this. Yeah, I like this lady. I didn't want to see this happen to her.
Maybe I'm wrong. You know, this movie has done gangbusters. It's made a lot of money. A lot of people love the movie. A lot of people are reading into it what they want to read into it, and they're getting something out of it. Great. Not me. I was extremely bored. I was frustrated. I had tons of questions. And so far, I haven't been able to find any answers because all I ever see in the review is, I think this is what this means. And I'm like, well,
Yeah.
And the makers are being very tight-lipped on it. So
Yeah. And are we going to get now? I just saw something because I was looking up what movies I could go see tomorrow because, well, I'm on vacation and my car's broken. So
yeah,
just nothing to do but go to the local Cineplex. I just saw something. Pardon me for not having it ready, but they list a Backrooms Everything Must Go edition.
okay.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know what that means. Extra scenes, maybe.
Maybe that. Well, that's let me see what that means. A re-release. They're already doing it features 15 to 16 minutes of exclusive bonus
Came out
posts.
July 3rd. How is it a re-release already? 16 minutes of new lore involving an async investigation near a furniture showroom basement. All right. Well, if you go, let me know.
15 to 16 minutes of exclusive bonus post-credit footage that expands on the franchise's mysterious lore. Expands on it. So, it's a trap.
I think it's a money trap is what
That's what I'm saying. This movie is now a trap. Having read that, I'm actually a little more pissed. So people who went the first time to go see the movie end up like us.
It's kind of like video games, not including the extra content. You have to unlock it.
You have to pay again. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's they put the answers behind a paywall.
Yeah.
That's nasty.
Yeah. Me no likey.
Yep. If you're
makes me, you know what? That makes me like it even worse.
That makes me. Yep.
I'm going to give it 3 pirate monsters out of 10.
Oh, I've got 2 for you now. I'm going full mean mark. I've got 2 points for Clark and Mary because I like the 2 actors.
Yeah,
that's it. I don't know. I don't even know the actress. I don't know this actress playing Mary, but she was good. I thought she was really good. So I would, she shows up on my screen again. Great. I'm happy with it. But other than that,
yeah, boo earns.
Yep, you did. Oh, you did. Wow, that pisses me off. Yeah. Can you imagine if the MCU tried that? Now,
yes,
yes,
no. I can imagine them doing that.
No. I'm going to defend them because they did. This movie was too long. They did 2 distinct parts. If it was Backrooms 1 and then Backrooms 2 has the answer, but it's a completely different movie, then
I guess, yeah. I guess every Marvel movie you get enough to know what the hell's going on.
And and you get those characters and stuff. But I mean, like Infinity War, there was an Infinity War and then Infinity War with 15 to 16 extra minutes where they resolve the issue.
There may have been more scenes that were included, but it doesn't change the outcome of the movie.
This one, so you have to sit through all of the same thing again just to get to those 15 minutes at the end.
Yeah. Well, they might be dispersed throughout the movie. You don't even know.
Well, it says post credits.
Oh, and you have to sit through the credits? Fuck that noise.
That's
screw that.
I'll read it again just so we're clear.
I don't even sit through the credits of Marvel movies.
An extended theatrical re-release of the horror film featuring 15 to 60 minutes of exclusive post-credit bonus footage.
Oh, no, sorry. I'll watch it online.
Bonus runtime. It adds roughly 15 to 20 minutes of new post-credit content, new lore, explores an isolated, spoiler alert, I guess, for this one, explores an isolated subsection of the complex where characters investigate shrinking, everything must go signs and bizarre structural anomalies.
That doesn't even sound interesting.
Originally an exclusive theatrical run distributed by A24 with subsequent digital and streaming rollouts following the re-release. So I think what happened, if I'm maybe I'm wrong here, but I think what happened was that it did such gangbusters. Instead of releasing this stuff to YouTube as subsequent material, which would have been cool,
Yeah,
right? You made your money, and then if you've got more to explain what the hell was going on, put it on YouTube. Let us just watch.
put it
Let
on
us
streaming or something. Yeah,
let us start from the end of the movie and watch the bonus material. You know, for those who paid the money, give them the whole movie. But no. But they're like, oh well, it's so popular. If we just package this up and throw it out in the theaters, people
We'll
will
make
go
more money.
pay. Yeah, I mean, for those who haven't seen it yet, they'll get all of it.
Yeah,
But there's going to be a lot of people now that are going to wait for this to be on streaming for free. We'll fast forward through the entire movie, watch the last 20 minutes, and go, huh, and then that's it.
yeah.
I'm not sure if I'm going to be one of them now because
No, I don't think so.
they went after my money.
Maybe if I'm one day having a really good day and I'm in a good mood and I happen to get curious.
If they
But-
announce a Backrooms 2, I might check it out for free. This 15 to 20 minutes to say like, okay, is it worth
Yeah.
going to see the other one? I doubt they will, but I don't know.
Yeah. Well, let's keep on this track. Let's talk Supergirl.
Yeah.
I watched this just this morning,
Okay.
so it's fresh in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I'll say this: is it the worst movie of the year, like everyone else is claiming it is? No.
No.
Is it good? No.
There's one
It's
sticking
it's
point.
forgettable.
Yeah, there's one sticking point that I have. There was some fun stuff in here. I like
There's some fun stuff in it, but
yeah, Lobo was fun. I think Jason Momoa is finally playing the right DC characters. So
to be honest, my only critique is a major one, and that is Supergirl is not likable.
they literally had to bring in a second character that was for her to.
I if this was an Or Is It, I would have called it Supergirl versus the Epstein Files.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay. I would go a little.
Well, no, because it's Supergirl against a band of powerful people who have no problem keeping others down and who kidnap and hold prisoner a whole bunch of brides, quote unquote. For
Okay.
themselves.
Yeah. So yeah. Spoiler alert. Obviously, still.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're sex traffickers. So.
Yeah. Pretty
Hey,
much.
you know what? I've seen a lot of different shows like that show SWAT. They did an episode where there was sex traffickers, and so
Yeah.
it was the LAPD, men and women fighting against sex traffickers. Of course, that's like
Yeah.
I've seen it on. I think Daredevil. They did it on there.
Probably.
Somewhere, you know what I mean? Like different.
Law and Order probably has a bunch of them.
Oh gosh, yeah. Every town, there's Law and Order or CSI or you know what I mean? Like yeah, any of these crime shows. You know they've touched on this topic, so this isn't new territory. She's not.
Yeah.
What I would call it though is Supergirl: Taming of the Shrew, maybe, because I think she's lost and alone, and she's a little grumpy about it. Like not physically lost, but just mentally lost. She doesn't feel at home on Earth. She was older when she left Krypton.
Yeah.
I don't like that they fuck with her backstory as much as they do.
Well, yeah. In this one, they moved to Argo City, and then Argo City somehow gets poisoned by kryptonite out of the blue. Just kryptonite's there. And
Well,
so
kryptonite is the planet Krypton, the actual elements of Krypton being irradiated by something else.
Okay.
Like the almost the whole idea is that the yellow sun that's giving the people their powers is also poisoning the ground, from Krypton,
The
like
actual
that.
kryptonite.
That it makes kryptonite
Okay.
because it's pieces of the planet Krypton that have been irradiated and are now poisonous to its denizens.
Gotcha.
So that same radiation that gives Soups his powers also can take it away if it's applied to this rock. So
Right.
Argo City is just a result of that so the whole thing is made of kryptonite, the ground they walk on,
Yeah.
because they didn't build a spaceship proper. They just took their city and left,
Yeah.
which was visually very cool to see. That's like one of the best, if not the best presentation of Argo City leaving that I've seen.
Yeah.
So that was like the Argo City stuff was so well done. The costumes, the way the city looks, the whole sense of like life just goes on.
Yeah.
But every telling that I've heard was that essentially there was two plans that Kara's dad had. One was because if plan A, the Argo City plan, doesn't work, well, let's get Kara off planet and send her to go look after her cousin. So let's get the kids out of here before we try the crazy shit. Right? So Jor-El and Zor-El blast their kids into space almost at the same time, essentially. Every other iteration I've told, and then Kara's ship gets taken off course. And that's why it takes her longer. So Superman gets to live and grow up. She's in stasis. So she shows up at pretty much the same age she left.
Right.
Because she's stuck in
stasis. That's why she's younger.
Physically she's younger, but mentally she should be old. Well, she's chronologically older, but physically she's younger and mentally she's younger. Because then Clark gets to live out from an infant to like he's in his 30s I guess depending on the iteration, like early 20s, late, like out of college kind of deal.
Yeah.
And then that's the story I've always been told, is that she was right on his heels, and the idea was she was going to go and look after him and essentially raise him. Right? It would just be the two of them against the world.
Right.
Which I definitely want to see in Elseworlds where that successfully happens. Like, what is it like for her to raise a kid? That's her cousin with superpowers. How does that look? You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's the comic book fan in me. That's the comic book fan in me. I'd like to see like a good writer just run with that idea. What if she had made it?
Yeah.
So what does that look like? I don't know. So anyway, but they decide to do something different where she wasn't in stasis, or she was, but there was an 8-year gap between when
she grows up. They're basically born at the same time.
Well, Clark's an infant. So
no, sorry. Yeah, Clark gets sent off. She's not born yet. 8 years later, she's born. Then they live on Argos for a while until she's a teenager. That's when the radiation happens, and then she gets sent to Earth with crypto.
So instead of the easy answer of my ship got off course and I was stuck in space for 20 years.
Yeah.
She is now his younger cousin.
Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. Why did they fuck with that?
Well, I mean, she always looked younger anyway, so.
Yeah, but are we so dumb that we can't, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
It's
James Gunn, man. This is.
I'm
James Gunn's universe.
If I had one question, I'd be like, why? Because that's such an interesting dynamic.
I have tons of other questions about this movie.
Well, if I only get one, if I'm at Comic-Con, there's James Gunn on stage. Yeah. You get one question.
Okay.
Why?
You're gonna hit him with the nerd question.
Duh, it's Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I'd be booed out of the complex if I said, well, "Who does your hair?" You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Wrong con.
Bingo.
Yeah. No, my question would be, wow, like my problems with this movie were the yellow sun of convenience, of plot convenience.
Oh, the dual binary, the binary system. The green.
Apparently, she lives on a planet where. Now, you tell me if this makes any sense, or why I'm reading this wrong. The yellow sun sets, and when it's night out, she can drink because she doesn't have her powers. And then she gets hung over in the morning because the yellow sun comes back up and she's no longer have the powers.
Incorrect.
Okay. Because that's what it looked like to me.
That's otherwise, Superman will be a reverse vampire.
Well, that was my question.
Yeah. And no. What it is, they talk about this in Superman very briefly when he talks about his cousin. What it is,
She goes off planet to a planet with a non-yellow sun so she can get drunk.
Yeah, so she gets So while she's in those bars, she's mortal.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
Then every morning a yellow sun wakes up.
Because she'll fly back to a yellow sun system. Or actually, it's either that or they just shot it really poorly, and it should always look red whenever the sun comes up. Like those planets should be red hued.
Well, because later on the kid asks, "Well, how come you're not super all the time?" She goes, "Well, my planet has a red sun, therefore I don't have those powers." And I'm like, "Well, the sun is literally yellow every morning at the beginning of the movie." So
I think that like I don't know why
they're confused.
Why isn't a red sun providing a red hue over every planet?
Yeah,
right. Theoretically, that's just like the green sun did.
Like you had those chirons when they changed planets. Oh, we're going to this planet. Solar. Was it solar
pigmentation
level
or something like that? Or
solar classification yellow.
Classification, I think that's it. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. It has a yellow sun. Okay, so now she has powers on this one. Okay, fine. But then she goes to a green planet,
and that's poisonous.
Okay, so it's a kryptonite planet.
It's the radiation. Again, it's the radiation. The radiation of because our sun emits like levels of radiation.
Sure.
The yellow sun gives her powers. Red sun, no powers. Green sun is like poison to them. It's just their genetic makeup.
Okay.
So the little girl is just more versatile because she's able to go under any sun and it doesn't matter. But
yeah,
her DNA isn't such that it caused a problem. I think they try and do. I think what happens though sometimes, like like in the opening, for example, she's hungover, but she wakes up in space in front of a yellow sun. So she's outside playing with crypto and kind of recharging the batteries. You know what I mean? She's getting over her hangover.
Right.
So she has enough wherewithal after a night of being drunk ass to get. I'm hoping the ship is self-driving. We don't want drunk driving even out in space.
Right.
And then she pops over to a yellow sun, wakes up from her hangover, gets her suntan on, and she's able to be back to, she can spacewalk, she can do whatever. Her and crypto are good. Which begs the big question of the movie. When crypto gets poisoned, she had 3 days to get him to a yellow sun.
Well, apparently this is my problem with this thing. So crypto, the villain comes down, steals her ship. Crypto goes after him. The villain shoots him with a poison dart. They go to the witch doctor or the
healer. Yeah.
And they say, "Oh, this is a specialized poison that they use. Since he's left the planet, it makes it even harder because they always carry the antidote with them."
Yeah.
Why? He obviously has no regard for anybody else's
they answer that.
Life essence.
They answer the why.
Okay, maybe I missed that.
Yep, they answer the why. It's their interrogation technique. If they're trying to get information from someone, they hit them with the poison and they dangle the antidote. And if they give them what they want, they give them the antidote.
But they kill indiscriminately anyway. So why?
It depends on that's a kind of an action movie trope I've seen a lot where I have the poison and I also have the cure, and then our hero has to somehow get the cure.
Yeah.
But the idea is that if the subject can still be useful, you don't want to kill them right away. So you might give them the poison, but you want to have the antidote in case you want to keep them around and they might be useful later. You can always do this again on repeat.
Okay, fair enough.
So if session 1 goes well, maybe they give them the antidote and then they keep them locked up. And then session 2, all right, now you're going to tell us about this microfiche or whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah,
I did hear that. I remember that.
Yeah. But we later see, now maybe it's a matter of dosage because we do see, and I'm sorry for fast forwarding here, but we do see.
No, go ahead.
We see Supergirl drink some of it. So I'm thinking it's a dosage issue, which is now we're talking about drug use. but she gets some of the poison, but her kryptonite, abilities are able to, her Kryptonian physiology is able to fight it off. Like we would fight off a mild poison,
Right.
Drinking milk, throwing up, stuff
She took
like
a
that.
vaccine, essentially.
Yeah, exactly. So, but she didn't get the full dose like Crypto did, and Crypto's a smaller, so maybe it might have overwhelmed his Kryptonian physiology might not have been able to fight it even under a yellow sun. I don't know.
Right.
We're not going to find out. She's not going to try and take him there.
No.
She's going to leave him with this healer lady for 3 days.
Yeah.
Luckily, she's a nice vet. Like,
yeah. Like you have the space bus scene where she's fighting the people who can warp,
they teleport and stuff. Yeah.
teleport and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't matter to the rest of the movie at all.
They get information from them. It's right once they're.
They couldn't get that information somewhere else.
Listen, I will say this. I liked this. Well, okay, but then we would have had another scene like this. It just would look different and get you the same thing. I'm just saying.
He's known for inhabiting Blight or Planet Blight or whatever it is. We'll go there. Done.
Yeah, I don't see why you're just like, oh, look.
I just saved you 10 long boobless minutes there.
Yeah. What I do like about this movie is it is kind of a simple setup that like both of our main characters have a reason to find the same person, so they're going to go on this adventure to get what they want, right? It's and our Supergirl is being altruistic. It's she's
not.
Well, she's
selfish.
She could look.
She only goes on the mission to save Crypto. She flat out turns down the girl.
Oh no, I'm saying
for the altruistic reason.
She could have let Crypto go. I'm just saying she could have let Crypto go.
Oh, okay.
That'd be the ultimate asshole move. I'm just saying, it's a save the cat move. I don't know why I'm defending this so hard. I'm just telling you what I saw. It's a save the cat type of idea, right? She's saving her own dog. That's a simple setup, and then the
Jane Wick, yeah.
Then exactly. Then the other, right there you go. And then the other young lady, sure, hers is way darker. Like you slaughtered my whole family. Like she's got a supervillain type origin story.
Yeah,
but is the sweetest pie throughout the entire thing. Her innocence and everything. I think part of this movie, what we see is kind of why I called it Taming of the Shrew. That might be a harsh way to put it, but she is lost, alone, and kind of listless literally in space. She's just floating in space. The only thing she has is playing with her dog and watching TV. And then through this other young lady, she will kind of find her like it is better to do good with what you with your powers, because here's a young lady who is trying to do good and avenge her family without them.
That was my other thing. Yeah. The whole arc of Supergirl is using her powers for good. She doesn't see a reason to do it because she's lost her family. She's depressed. She spends all this time getting drunk. And I get that.
Yeah. Earth is just another planet to her.
Yeah. I get that. I honestly do. But the only reason that changes is because she has a series of memories pop back into her head of her father and Superman telling her, you need to do good with your powers. You have it. With great power comes great responsibility.
Yes.
Basically the same thing.
Yeah. Her parents are Uncle Ben.
Here's the thing. Nothing else in this movie adds to that, right? There's nowhere else in the movie does the little kid go, oh, you should use your powers for good. Nowhere in the movie does Lobo go, you should use your powers for good. And nowhere else does anybody else reinforce that statement. Nowhere. None.
Okay.
So
okay.
My question then becomes, it's so convenient that those memories happen to play for her now that it coincides with this particular story, when she could have had those memories at any other time and come to that revelation at any other time. It's just super convenient that it happens now.
To which I'll right. Okay. To which I'll say, and I'm not going to speak for James Gunn.
I get it. Movie. I get it.
No. Okay. No. Okay. Yes. Movie. No, that's not what I'm going to say. No. I don't. I try not to let that be the answer.
Right.
Because you could just, because the writer said so. What are we doing this for? Why do we have a
Yeah.
podcast, right? So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I understand.
because I've heard that one before, but and it ends some what could have been fun discussions very early.
Yes, thank you.
So if I may, within the realm of the movie, what it does is it provides her, this young lady provides her with constant choice, which she, at the beginning of the movie, she doesn't act on. She says no, the refuse of the call to action, help me avenge my family. No, you stay here. I'm still going to find the guy. I'm just not going to kill him for you. I just want the antidote. I'll beat the shit out of him until he gives me the antidote. That's all I'm interested in.
Yeah.
That's the beginning of the movie, Kara. Then she goes through. Yes, she has her memories. And yes, she sees the dedication of this young woman to her cause, which is something she didn't have to do. She's just a little girl. She's going after these super tough mercenaries.
Yeah.
She could have just went and lived with her aunt and just picked flowers and put them on their parents' grave all day long, or whatever she was going to do, or try and just get on with her life. She's a really young kid. She's got a lot of life ahead of her. But seeing her make those choices and then eventually remembering who she is or where she came from, she then acts on those better impulses. Those, she puts herself in harm's way, as we see, because there's a fuck ton of ways to kill a Kryptonian apparently already. Yeah. Location to start with.
Yeah.
Just if Lex Luthor found this out, he'd just buy all of his real estate on that green planet, and that would be that. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, you leave Earth and you have no problems whatsoever.
Yeah.
You have your Superman.
Yeah.
Right?
He wouldn't follow you, and if he did, well, green sun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, point being, I think that's what's trying to be put forth here, is that she starts off one way, she does change it, and I think the little girl does have some influence on her. It shows her she's the angel on the shoulder. Lobo's the devil to a degree.
Lobo, I thought, was wasted in this movie because he comes in. The first time we see him, it's just to introduce him.
Yep.
He doesn't do anything. He's like, well, screw you guys, and walks out.
Yep. Love it.
The second time we see him, he just gets in the way. He does make a save, but only because he's fighting the same enemy.
Mm-hmm.
And then he ends up in prison. So he's not even really all that badass like they make him out to be, because now he was caught.
And then you start,
what I mean?
you question, did he want to be? Like, did he have this guy this guy's practically, if not immortal, so he's got nothing but time on his hands. So what's a few days in the Hooskow? That's nothing.
But how did he get caught if he's immortal?
I would love to see that scene.
Right?
How do they disable him, I guess, long enough to put him in that lockup?
The little girl had to let him out.
Yeah. Let her.
He's a god.
Yeah. Or something like it. Yeah.
I mean, okay. He added visuals, and they were nice visuals during the fights. I mean, all the fights are nice.
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yeah.
The action stuff is great.
Yeah, I like that.
Fantastic. It's another movie. I've seen it. I'm never going to see it again.
I don't mind the Lobo stuff. It's not the Lobo movie, so I'm okay with what we got. I'm not
sure.
Yeah, I didn't need Momoa in here to take over the movie. But he was a great addition to it.
Does he have white skin?
Yep.
In the comics?
Yeah, okay. white, grayish white, depending on who's on who the inker is.
Yeah, because in this movie, it looked to me like Jason Momoa with powder on his face.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Lobo.
It didn't look like white skin; it just looked like powder was on his face. Yeah. Any other thoughts? Or
I didn't think it was better than Masters of the Universe.
It's definitely better than Masters of the Universe. Yeah, all these movies are better than Masters of the Universe.
Depending on where would they go with this, I could see myself watching this again. Like if there in 3 or 4 years, if we get a Supergirl 2, maybe I'll come back and just refresh my memory. But
I was happy to see David Cornswet in it. Superman.
Yeah, that was great.
Checking up on him. But as far as, like I said, is this the terrible movie that everyone makes it out to be? No. Is it something I'm going to remember come the end of the year? No.
You'll remember that you saw it.
I'll remember that I saw it.
Yeah.
And I'll remember that I don't remember anything about it.
Yeah.
This summer has been very lackluster, to be very honest. I'm
Well,
still waiting for that big movie to
oh,
come out.
I just found it.
Well, we'll get there. Um, so ratings on Supergirl?
I'm giving it like a 6.
Yeah, I'll do 6.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't half bad. It was a little bit above half bad. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
it was
there you
yeah,
go.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Yeah, I was not that disappointed. I think, Millie Alcock, is, a good Supergirl. The
I think she does as good of a job as she can with what she was given. I think the problem was
Yeah,
the script.
I think she's a fine actress, absolutely. So I think she
Yeah.
did very well, and she does the later versions of Kara that I've seen are a little like there we have the saccharine sweet version from the TV show, who is, uh, Superman, but much better looking, right?
Okay.
Yeah, the lady that got to play her is just stunning, but she's the sweet all-American, you know, apple pie and like Superman, right? So she
Yeah.
yeah, and not faulting her for that, she does a great job of playing that. That was a great series to watch. I had a lot of fun with it. But the later versions do give Kara a bit of an edge. They lean into the idea that she's more jaded because she was older and understood. Like Clark didn't know Krypton.
Right.
Kara did. So she's got more of that trauma, more of that the history.
Chip on her shoulder.
She misses, yeah, she like, and they do touch on it. Like Clark doesn't even speak Kryptonian. He doesn't know. And so she does because obviously she grew up there, right? So just that difference alone, they're from the same place. He doesn't remember it. She does. I actually can sort of relate to that.
Okay.
Well, not as extremely, but I got older members of my family. Like there's a 10-year gap between me and the next sister up.
Right.
They grew up in a town. We moved away when I was 4. They
Right.
have all these memories of that town. I don't.
Right. No.
My memories start in the next town.
Yeah.
So the next town is my Earth. Yeah,
Okay.
I technically lived in that first town. They remember, I don't.
Yeah.
Now, had that town blown up for some reason, they would, you know what I mean? That they would feel different about it than I would.
Yeah.
That's what they lean into, is that she's a little more jaded, right? She was older when she got here, so she's having a bit of a harder time adjusting, whereas Clark was raised from a baby here.
Yeah.
And I think that edge is what you're seeing here. Hell, her costume, a lot of it's taken from these more recent cover artists that gave her like just the trench coat and everything, and the boots and everything like that, just to kind of give her a bit of
Yeah.
an edge. Like, and they did a series in the comic books, which was later translated into animation, where you can see she's a real big problem. They do this one series in what's called World's Finest. They do Kara's origin. When she gets here, she's a real big problem because she doesn't know who her cousin is, and she's just pissed off at everybody because she thinks she's the
Okay.
last. Yeah, she thinks she's the last, and she doesn't quite get it, and she goes off kilter. It's quite the story. So it's
Wouldn't Superman jump in to stop her?
he
with the
he
first
he
bonus?
does, but he's trying not to kill her, and she's like as strong as he is, so he has a bit of a go.
Okay.
Yeah, so
That's another thing in this movie. You know what would have ended a lot of these fights a lot sooner than they were?
some
Laser vision.
well, and it does. A lot of these guys get just blasted, but I guess
Yeah.
but the way they set it up, these aliens are pretty tough to begin with. Like you know what I mean? Like you or me takes a super punch from either of these two, and that's it.
Yeah.
But these big
But I mean,
tougher,
zoom across and cut off their necks and you're good.
yeah. You should have aimed for the head, like Thanos said, but
Yeah, exactly.
but there's an element though where she's not. I don't think she's trying to kill everybody. Lobo, on the other
Yeah.
hand, he doesn't care.
No, he didn't. Hey, everyone, Derek in post production here. Mark and I talked for almost 2 hours and 45 minutes recording this podcast, and we decided that we were going to separate two halves of it into two different shows. So for this week, you just get the review that you've just heard, and next week we'll release the second half with our reviews of The Odyssey and Spider-Man Brand New Day. As a reminder, join me and Mark on Deaf Dave's 1984 podcast on YouTube. Search up Deaf Dave's 1984. Marcus is talking about the television debut of Star Wars. As a reminder, we also have our latest Or Is It, which is out this week. Features Jason from the Surely You Can't Be Serious podcast. We took a look at Hot Dog the movie. It was a great conversation with Jason. Hope you all enjoyed that one. Coming up this week on Or Is It, this coming Sunday, we are back with our Hood Rat recap friends, Gasper and Kevin, as we take a look at the movie Body Cam from last year. Another great show. So don't forget to subscribe on all the platforms that you listen to us on. Leave us a comment. Leave us a 5-star review. It helps us get out to more people. Thank you very much. And we'll see you on the next Film Studies coming soon.